Only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity.
And it's Houston on the break. Iguodala's running.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
On the wing, Williams, guarded by Harden. Shots good by Laverne.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Harden outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 7.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Williams inside the line. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer Augustine. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Rick, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to it.
Iguodala dishes to Harden. Griffin against Davis. Griffin goes in, and he jams it with authority.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Leonard. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Dragic against Augustine. The drive by Iguodala. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Iguodala. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
Rinzo's checked in for Miami. Roten comes in for Lou Williams. Here's Dragic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Davis, and the layup's good off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Over to the left wing. Winslow, the pass to Davis. Here's Griffin. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Harden outside. And Davis sends it back. It's Dragic with the drive. And the dunk by Winslow.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly. Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Morris checked in for the Heat. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Korver, no luck.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Fires for 3. Korver missing again. With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in that national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Harden draws the double. McCallum misses. And Miami shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. Here's Laverne. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. They're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Here is Harden. 7 points in the game. Down low. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Roten.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. And yes, sir, that one drops. Korver's got his first 3 points of the game. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also like the attack off the bounce. I mean, they're taking the initiative here in terms of getting into the lane and forcing the defense to collapse.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Heat, Williams is out there with Dragic. Then there's Davis. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Winslow in at the 4.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live it.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
It's stolen by Dragic. The pass to Winslow. Down low. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's McCallum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. McCallum's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Rockets. Kicks it to Leonard. Inside, the 11-footer. And it's Davis missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
The 3 from Korver. And Ray McCallum picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Miami Heat comes into this one following the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. And he tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in. The Heat trail by 4. Pass to Dragic. Back to Williams. Takes a 3. Blanche pulls it in.
You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really wanted to answer that made 3 with one of his own. Not the best decision.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Laverne, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. There's the screen.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Miami on defense. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. McCallum, the pass to Blatch. Just 5 to shoot. Korver gets a wide open look.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Pelicans. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Pretty early to be over the limit, Kevin. They'll have to watch the fouls from here out.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Leonard attacking. And Laverne kicks to Leonard. Pass to Winslow. There's Dragic with the three. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Greg, how about DJ Augustine on the roller coaster ride last season, beginning in Detroit, ending up in a very creditable position with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
And a lot of that was because Jennings was so inconsistent for Stan Van Gundy last year, even so much so that he started starting Augustine, and this was just a small part of the turmoil for Detroit last season.
Now the feed to Griffin. Leonard with the steal. Fast break, here they come. To go, the Rocket lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Williams. And so here is Houston. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
So back to DJ Augustine. It's the middle of last year, and he and Jennings are practically splitting time at the point. Then Jennings goes down with an Achilles injury, and it looks like Augustine will take over full-time duty. Nope, the Pistons trade Augustine to Oklahoma City for Reggie Jackson.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
No good from Dragic.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. You know, one thing about the Augustine-Jackson trade last year, it didn't help either the Thunder or the Pistons make the playoffs. It's just so hard to integrate a new player into your system that far into the season, especially when that player is a point guard. So a wild ride for Augustine.
And the Heat call time here. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
And a new group in for the Heat. Eldon Brand's checked in for Laverne. Nance comes in for Leonard. Morris checked in for Williams. And Roten subbed in for Goran Dragic. And then for Houston, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Embiid. Morrow comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's James Harden in for Augustine.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. The lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
And here we go. Rockets running again. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Patterson. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
He dishes it to Iguodala. Griffin kicks to Morrow. And a wide open look for Iguodala. Houston gets it back. Can't connect from long distance. So for the Heat, their last game a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. And Moore kicks to Brand. And they get it. It's rebounded by Houston.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Houston on the break. And stolen by Roten. Moore dishes to Roten. Shoots the three. No good from Moore. Houston leading by 10. Roten with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Another miss by Houston.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Morrow the pass to Griffin. Morrow kicks to Patterson. Moore with the steal. There's Winslow. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Davis comes in for Elton Brand. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Nance. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Griffin kicks to Iguodala. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
Here's the three. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. The Heat trailed by 13. Roten dishes to Moore. Stolen by Harden. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Shots good by Laverne.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. Rockets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. He hits the second from the line. Up top, Leonard. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Houston on top, leading by 14. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a net with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah,
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
What a performance from Harden here. 15 points and also 3 steals.
offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, nonstop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
So on the floor for Houston, Griffin is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Anthony Morrow. Then it's Harden. And it's Iguodala in the small forward position. 5 on the clock. From deep. Here's Davis. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
To the paint. Here's Patterson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well. So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the league. First rookie ever to lead the NBA in three-point percentage. Hit over 46% his first year. There's always a place for a guy like that.
Timeout called, the Heat. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And talking about Anthony Morrow's development, he did it the hard way. Came in undrafted in his first pro start. 37 points. Remember that game? Most points ever by an undrafted player in his rookie year.
Yeah, it was amazing, that game. And, you know, the 2010-2011 season, he had the second highest three-point percentage in league history. I mean, he's been traded multiple times in his career, though, because he's still refining the rest of his game, wanting to be more than just a shooter.
Blatch, no luck.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Out to the right wing. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Augustine. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary, and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Davis sets a screen. Williams outside. And he gets it to go. Williams has got 11 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Greg, you're talking about the D-League. Not really a moneymaker yet, but it's really benefited, Clark, the NBA in so many ways.
Clearly has, Kevin, a place to train new players, officials, and executives or management, a way to test out possible rule changes. I think building revenue is the focus, though, and the players make a small salary, but the NBA Developmental League is helping the NBA be better.
And it's Korver off the drive. Patterson passes to Dunleavy. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Roten's checked in for the Heat. And so here is Houston. At one point, they led by 16. Williams against Corver. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Black. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
And the Heat making a change here. Moore's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Patrick Patterson. Roten kicks to Davis. Winslow dishes to Roten. Looking to end the run. Rebound Blatch. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Corver, no luck.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And that one's good.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Moore against Corver. Now here's Iguodala. Not a lot of room. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level but with greater efficiency. Too often his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job. We've watched Iguodala play great basketball. He has 11 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
To the wing on the left. Dunleavy the pass to Blatch. The free throw drops for Augustine.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And it's Moore penetrating. And he gets it to go. Moore's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Corver kicks to Iguodala. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Dishes to Augustine. This one for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Augustine's got 9 points.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Moore dishes to Laverne. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And Augustine kicks to Corver. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Houston moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. There's Winslow. Oh, my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
And how about the use of that final possession? Perfect.
It's real simple. When you get that close, didn't want to risk a bad.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets lead by 15. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Tony Roten out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then it's Winslow. Then there's Davis. And it's Leonard in the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And he gets the bucket. And it's 8 points for Anthony Davis.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Iguodala. Gets it to go from 8 feet. The Heat trailed by 15. And Davis, here we go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And Anthony Davis growing up in the rough south side of Chicago, because of the violence, his father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
And he's good on the second. And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now. Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
To the left wing. Dunleavy, the pass to Blatch. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Kawhi Leonard. That free throw missing. So for the Rockets. Griffin comes in for Dunleavy. And James Harden subbed in for Kyle Korver. And he sinks the second. The Heat trailed by 13. Roten with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Moore right side. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 6. Leonard kicks to Moore. Poked away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Harden kicks to Iguodala. Watch with it. Picked up by Davis. Pass to Augustine. Stolen by Winslow. Augustine with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Laverne, he's checked in. Oh. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Houston leading by 15. From deep, Harden. Harden missing again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's Dragic off the drive. They retain possession. And Davis puts it in.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Griffin, and Davis sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Harden. Up top, Griffin. He kicks it to Augustine. Another miss by Houston. The Heat trail by 13. Puts up the baby hook. Williams can't get it to go. For Houston, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Miami no good on that time either.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Here's Laverne. And Griffin sends it back. Harden kicks to Iguodala. Griffin, no one around him. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive. He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Griffin inside. He's guarded by Davis. Offensive rebound. The pass to Blatch. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Iguodala outside. In the corner, Harden. No good on the triple.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Augustine with the steal. Harden outside. The 3. That's good. Harden's got 22 points.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Timeout called, the Heat.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
The Heat trailed by 19. Dragic dishes to Davis. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here's McCallum. Here's Harden on the wing. Embiid inside. Laverne on him. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
agility, practically unparalleled.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot, Greg, 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Harden outside. Tries again. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put him up 1-0 so far against the Heat.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Griffin. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
It's blocked. Now, here's Oubre. Guarded closer. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And here's Harden for 3. And the rebound goes to Nash. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best, we taking over, listen.